Warm your frozen boots by the fire.
Hello and welcome, Count Trestka here. Today we have the 1st of September 2014, which means that the last wing of Curse of Naxxramas Hearthstone expansion was released almost 2 weeks ago. Since then, we had the time to appreciate some ladder changes and defeat few last bosses in heroic mode and curse the hell out of the luck of the draw, which was required in spades in order to achieve that. Oh, do believe me, it took much longer than I initially anticipated. Having all this in mind, I would like to ask one and simple question. WTF is... No, I would not like to ask this question. I would like to ask a slightly harder question. Was it really worth it? Is this expansion really worth your hard-earned gold, original real money equivalent? In the case, the answer would be yes. And it is for those of you who are impatient. Also bugger off and watch the rest of my video. Is it better to purchase it with real or in-game currency? Let's find out. I would like to start with a description, so I have the basic idea. Curse of Naxxramas was released over the course of 5 weeks, 1 wing per week, starting on 22nd of July 2014, with the last wing released on the 19th of August 2014. When it comes to the PvE experience this expansion brought along, you could enjoy a total of 15 uniquely crafted boss encounters carried out on a brand new Naxxramas themed game board with matching jazzy tune playing in the background. Having defeated those, you could further progress to the class specific challenges, where you would be given a pre-constructed deck, usually a pretty decent one, against one of the bosses you have already dealt with. And in the end, you could venture to the hellish depths of the heroic mode, where the bosses on steroids would absolutely kick your lovely behind over and over again, until you can come up with a reasonable deck to fight those. But Count, I can hear you saying, we are not playing Hearthstone to beat mindless AI into a pulp. No, instead we want to collect new cards, craft new decks and have a go at it in the ladder. I agree. My answer would be, it is indeed quite difficult to put a price on the PvE content, as most of you are probably not interested in it. However, nice of an addition it is in itself, I have to say. Well, you're not out of luck, as the main part of Curse of Naxxramas are the new cards, and you're getting plenty of those. 21 unique neutral cards, in pairs where applicable, and 9 unique class-specific cards, in pairs of course, for a total of 54 new cards added to your collection. If you want to hear my opinion on those cards, please do check out my other video, where I will happily share with you. The link should be in one of the corners of the video right now. Okay, so what is the price of Curse of Naxxramas? If you are watching this video before 30th of September 2014, you're quite a lucky fellow. For the first 2 months after the initial release, Blizzard is giving away the first wing, the Arachnic Quarters, for free, leaving with the potential need of purchasing only the next 4 wings for either in-game or real-world currency. As of today, the prices are as follows. Each wing costs either 700 gold, or $7, or 6 euros, or 5 pounds, or your regional equivalent if you do not fit into any of the previous ones. If you are purchasing the wings with real money, there are also special bundles for you, in which the price per wing drops to either $5, €4.50, £3.50, or your regional equivalent. There are no bundle offers for those of you buying the whole thing with just in-game currency, however. Do have this in mind. I would also like to point out one inconsistency here on the Blizzard side. While the bundle price per wing is uniform across all offers for the gamers in the US, they do differ slightly in the store's favor for us out here in EU or UK. The 3-wing bundle charges a bit extra per wing, raising to €4.67 or £3.83. The 2, 4 and 5-wing bundles are not affected by this, however. Having thrown this out there, let's look closely at what you're actually getting here and what it would be worth. out of a total of 54 cards, you're getting the following: 18 class-specific commons, 18 neutral commons, 8 neutral rares, 4 neutral epics, and 6 neutral legendaries. If you're only interested in playing just one class, you can expect to be able to use 38 out of those cards. You cannot get those cards in any other way than by purchasing Naxxramas wings and defeating the bosses on normal for the 36 of the cards and class challenges for the next 18 cards. Once you obtain those cards, however, you can craft the golden versions for the usual price. Hypothetically, if you were able to craft those cards, you're looking at a nice, let me check here, 13,440 dust cost, which translates into roughly 135 fully disenchanted card packs. That's because packs should give you an average of about 100 dust if you were to disenchant every single card you are getting out of those. If they were added to the current expert card packs, you're looking at an average of at least 120 card packs to get at least the same amount of legendaries out of them, as only about 1% of all cards are legendary, which gives you about 1 legendary every 20 packs. And you do get a total of 6 legendaries from Naxxramas. So here we go. Moreover, every single card from Curse of Naxxramas can be considered at least decent, with many being a direct counter to the top pre-Naxxramas decks. You could not say that about the normal expert card packs. You usually get quite a lot of cards that you will never use, like say Wisp. Yeah, that's one for you. When you take those numbers into consideration, and whether you're paying with gold or with real money, the gain is definitely out there. Just think about it, you're getting an equivalent of anywhere between 120 and 140 card packs for just a cost of 20 to 40, depending on what you're paying with. One thing to note, however, is that you have to unlock the wings in the order they were released. You can't, for example, get the first wing and the fifth wing. Instead, you have to fight your way through the first, second, third, and fourth before being able to get your hands on the fifth wing prizes as well. That's a very important thing, and that's a common misconception where people are like, okay, I'll just buy the second and fourth wing because I like only those cards. No, you cannot do that. You either get everything or one by one, but never, you can never cherry pick the ones you want. Okay, so here you are, all jittery to get your nerdy appendages on the Curse of Naxxramas for all of those amazing, sexy, death theme oriented cards. But is it better to get them with in-game or real-world currency? Well, there are many ifs to this part of the video, have this in mind, as the answer depends on a variety of factors. First, and most important of all, do you even care about proper deck building and ladder? If you don't, why were you watching this video so far? Or, well, I suppose I can give you an answer here to something that would be useful to you if you're just playing arenas. Curse of Naxxramas cards were automatically included in the arena card lists as soon as they became available via the adventure. So from this video perspective, you can get all of those cards already in the arena draw. There you have it, you don't have to buy the expansion / adventure / content update. Secondly, it's as important as the first one. Do you even have the choice? Do you have the funds and or means of purchasing this Hearthstone adventure with real money? If not, do not fret, haha. It's still an amazing value to purchase it all with just gold. Unless you just started playing Hearthstone, 35 expert card packs will most likely not give you anywhere enough unique cards, not even mentioning the legendaries you get on the side, to compare with what you are getting via the adventure. Thirdly, do you still need the gold for either expert card packs or for the arenas? Well, if you have 3500 gold, all cards and their golden equivalent, you never play arenas, then obviously go for it with the in-game currency. As of today, there is no new expansions / adventures coming anytime soon, at least they were not announced yet. So you might as well open up the coffers and throw some of your gold at the monitor. However, if the answer to all of those 3 questions was yes, then do indeed purchase the adventure via real world currency and bundle on top of it. Blizzard did quite an amazing thing here for themselves, not for us, and heavily devalued the gold when it comes to purchasing the adventure. Since we have an easy translation of a real world value of 100 gold, which ranges, and here it comes, $1.50, €1.35, or £1, or your regional equivalent when purchasing 2 packs, to $1.25, €1.13, 88 pence, or your regional equivalent when purchasing 40 packs. When it comes to the adventure though, 100 gold gets denominated to just $1.86, 71 pence, or your regional equivalent when purchasing just one wing, to 71 cents, 63 euro cents, 50 pence, or your regional equivalent when purchasing in a bundle. In the most extreme cases here, you get over 50% less real-world currency value per 100 gold spent when compared to purchasing expert card packs or arena runs. It doesn't mean that you are wasting money here. No. It simply means that if you are planning to throw some money at Hearthstone, you might as well purchase the adventure and use the gold instead of the expert card packs, as you will get a better deal out of it. Because for 3,500 gold, you can get 35 packs. However, for that about $25 you're paying for it, you'll get only about 15 to 20 expert card packs. So you are losing half of it here if you were to go the other way around. So here we go. In my opinion, the Curse of Naxxramas is a real bang for buck when it comes to the other in-game purchases. You get a set of very interesting PvE challenges, even though some of them are really annoying on the other side, and a lot of new useful cards, with just this little orange legendary sprinkle on top for those of you starved on the Dragon Circlet minions and going on the forums and complaining how it's not fair because it's a pay-to-win game and you have only one legendary and you met a druid who has 15 legendary in his deck, and how the hell did he not lose if he had 15 legendaries in his deck? I don't know, maybe you had just bad draw. But there you go, if you want more legendaries, then Curse of Naxxramas is really the best value you can get out of this. Also, should you brave the heroic versions of the bosses, you will be also rewarded with one special card back, which I suppose adds just a bit of the bragging rights on the ladder. I'm personally not that big fan of it myself, but I've seen people running it whenever they had a chance. If you're still not 100% sure whether you want any of those cards, or maybe you are not that into running a death-oriented deck, or maybe you play just one hero, well, I have taken a closer look at the viability of the Naxxramas cards among different heroes. Altogether, I've come to the conclusion that you get the best results out of Warlock, Shaman, Paladin and Hunter, with Druid and Priest following fairly closely, though require a little bit more thought put into the decks, and the Rogue, Mage and Warrior being definitely behind. But that's just for the Death Rattle oriented decks, because Naxxramas brings a whole set of very useful cards. You get means of punishing the aggressive decks like Zoo Warlocks, or you get a pretty good answer to heavy AoE from Mages and Paladins. And you can even get plays that will stop the one-turn kills from Miracle Rogues or Frost Mages. I'm speaking about the Loatheb right now. Curse of Naxxramas is also a decent breath of fresh air for all those of you, like me, who got bored of the stale laddering experience of the past few months with the Hunters, Miracle Rogues and Zoo Warlocks running everywhere. I don't think I've seen that many original decks in the past 6 months as I have during the last 2 weeks of August, after the entire of the Naxxramas adventure became available to the public. Please remember to like, share, subscribe and comment, and please do check my other video if you're interested in my thoughts on the entirety of the adventure, its cards, and their impact on the Hearthstone ladder. Count Trestka out.
More death. My congregation is
Aha! did not expect that. Silly Dixon.
I'm sort of low now of mana.
Oh, I'm sort of low.